Good morning. I'm Captain Tim Marks. I'm the drill master for the Quincy Fire Academy. I'd like to welcome you all here to the graduation for class 2024. And at this time, I would ask if you're able to please stand for the entrance of the recruits and the posting of the colors. Thank you. Please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance, which will be led by Lieutenant Gerard Shea.
I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
On again. Post. Colors. Right. Face. Forward. March. Up. 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 Up.
At this time, I would invite Mayor Koch to come up and lead us in an invocation.
I'm going to stand in for Mother Olga, and I am no comparison, so bear with me. We're all from probably different faith traditions, so I ask you to bow your head in your own tradition, pray with me. We thank God for the gift of life, the gift of faith, the gift of family, the gift of friendship, and the gift of these men who have committed to serve the city and protect the city. We thank God for all those firefighters gone before us and laid the foundation for these men to stand on their shoulders. We ask the good Lord to protect them and all the members of the Quincy Fire Department. We ask the intercession of St. Florian, the patron saint of firefighters. God bless. Amen.
Thank you.
Please be seated. I'd like to thank the distinguished visitors, several city councilors in the audience. We appreciate all of your support. Mayor Koch, Chief Jackson, Chief Froyo from the Malden Fire Department, Deputy Chief Richard Menard from the Malden Fire Department, Chief Eric Littman, the Director of the Massachusetts State Fire Academy, and again, the city councilors that are present today. At this time, I would invite Chief Jackson to come up and say a few words.
Thank you, Cap. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for being with us this beautiful Monday. To the recruits, congratulations once again, gentlemen. So I just want to extend some thanks for a few minutes. You don't put on this much personnel and run your own academy without a huge support system. So I just want to take a few minutes to recognize our mayor, our boss, Mayor Koch, boss over the last 16, 17 years. Under your leadership and supervision, you've enabled us to do something like this, run our own academy. You've changed the game for us. So thank you very much. We've had a huge champion in you for the last 16, 17 years. Thank you. I also, that's right. I also want to recognize, some of these folks couldn't be with us today, although they tried. We appreciate them at least trying to get here. But I also want to mention Congressman Stephen Lynch, Senator John Keenan, State Representatives Ayers and Chan, and the support of our city council as well. Thank you so much to all the councilors. And I do see Councilor Noel DeBona here, as well as Councilor Dave McCarthy. So thank you, gentlemen, for being with us once again. Excuse me, Captain Marks. Outstanding job, sir. Well, let's round of applause for Captain Marks. Excuse me. Running one of these academies is no small task. There's a lot that goes into it, and Captain Marks makes it look easy. And to the academy crew, thank you so much. I want everyone here to know that a lot of the people that put on this academy, they're volunteers. I can't tell anybody that they're going to help us. These people come up on their own free will. They volunteer their time to pass on their skills. So I just want to thank, obviously, once again, the drill master, Captain Timothy Marks, Captain James Cosgrove, Lieutenant Kuchera, Lieutenant Jerry Murphy, Lieutenant Chris Collins, Firefighter Sweet, Firefighter Ruiz, Firefighter Barry, Firefighter McAllister, Firefighter Kennedy, and Katie Livingstone, our IT support. So thank you, everyone, for all the support and making this happen. To our friends from Malden, Chief Froyo, Deputy Menard, Captain Hegarty, thank you so much for being with us, gentlemen. It's been a pleasure to have, is it Shreenan and Perry, recruits Shreenan and Perry? They were a pleasure to have, so thank you. I also want to take a minute to recognize Director Eric Littman. Thank you so much, sir, for being with us. Director Littman is here with us today from the Massachusetts Fire Academy, so thank you for taking the time to be with us. Patty McGowan, City of Quincy HR Director Patty McGowan. Thank you so much, Patty, for everything that you and your office does for us, processing the recruits. It's a lot of work, so thank you. The Quincy Police and the background checks. Can't thank Chief Kennedy enough for all of his assistance. Our mechanics, Kevin Meller, Tim Marble, they fix everything that we break. They do a fantastic job at it. And I also want to recognize retired Quincy Fire Chief Paul O'Connell. Thank you, Chief, for being with us once again. For the recruits, gentlemen, we had our talk last week. Don't ever forget how lucky you are to be in this position. Ring the towel on the experience. It goes by quick. You guys are on the trucks Wednesday, so get after it, gentlemen. So thank you for being a great drill school. You guys were very respectful. We appreciate all of your efforts, so thank you, gents. Godspeed.
Thank you, Chief. If I could ask Mayor Koch to come up, say a few words.
Thanks, Captain. Thanks to you and the team. Outstanding work, sharing your expertise, your talents, and experiences with our recruits. So thank you for that. Chief, thanks for the great leadership you and your team on the department each and every day, on constantly updating and training and keeping the job as safe as possible. And I do want to acknowledge Tommy Bowes and Local 792 for challenging us on a regular basis to make this job as safe as possible with the right equipment and apparatus and so forth. So thank you to them. I do want to acknowledge Chief O'Connell as well, Marine, Vietnam veteran. And Chief O'Connell led through some very difficult times, making some very difficult decisions and cuts in a time when the finances weren't available. And so Chief, we thank you for your leadership and service over the years. The fire department and the police department have been the #1 priority for this administration, because if you think about it and you think about quality of life, and when you live in a community, what's most important is being safe in your person and in your home. And if you don't feel safe in your person and your home, then what else matters, right? We got great schools, we got a lot of other great departments and missions in the city, but those really are the two most important. And I know that we as a city in the #7, as far as the largest population, #7 city in the Commonwealth, I believe we're #1 in those categories. We have an outstanding department, and I'm so happy for you, for your families on this great day. Some of you know I have a son who was a Marine who's now in the department and said, "It's the greatest job, Dad. It's the greatest job." I don't know how some of these guys squawk from time to time. So my message to you is, guys, #1, show up for work. And don't be that guy in the firehouse. You know, join in, get involved. It is truly a great city. And I know there's been a knock on the younger generation about showing up for work, and it has some merit. I do see that across the board in municipal government. So I encourage you guys, it is a great job. Show up and give it your all each and every day. Be a team member. because if anything, the fire department is truly you work as teams. There's no such thing as my way when it comes to the fire service. It's a great brotherhood. It's a great experience, learning how to cook and enjoy those meals. And we're going to continue to work with the chief on upgrading the various stations in the city and providing the best of apparatus. So we're proud of you. On behalf of the city, on behalf of my colleagues in government, Dave McCarthy, Noel DeBona, who are here, and I must say the city council is always supportive of the appropriations we bring before the city council, including the increase in manpower. So thank them, thank Congressman Lynch and colleagues at the state level for working with us, helping to bring resources. Recently, Congressman Lynch got an earmark of $4 million towards one of our new firehouses. So it is a collaboration, working with everybody, just as the job is. So proud of you guys, congratulations, best of luck. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Koch. I'd like to just acknowledge Senator Keenan, who arrived. Any words? Want to say anything? A strong silence type. I also want to again acknowledge Chief Froyo from Malden. He is also the strong silent type. So, at this time, I would ask Chief Littman, the director of the Mass Fire Academy, to please step up and say a few words.
Good morning, everybody. I wanted to thank Captain Marks and Chief Jackson for inviting me here today. I'm honored to stand here as the director of the Massachusetts Firefighting Academy. I want to congratulate the graduating recruits undergoing rigorous fireground and classroom education taught by instructors that have multiple years of collective experience serving the city of Quincy. And so I just want to make sure that they understand how important that training is and will be continuing throughout their career. I also want to always recognize the families. I'm a recruit of 3 different academies across both sides of the country. So I certainly can appreciate and want to make sure that all of you are recognized for the support that you've provided all of the recruits. They're going to need that moving forward throughout their career, and it's as beneficial as it has for me throughout my 30 years in suppression. The Massachusetts Firefighting Academy, we have a long and storied tradition of supporting any city that hosts their own academy. And how we do that is providing recruit assistance program deliveries. Quincy is always happy to ask us come and help them with their automotive extrication, cutting cars apart. That's always been a standard request from us, and we're always happy to provide it to them. And that's our responsibility. The other part of our involvement is providing the certification. So, and what that means is that the knowledge, skills, and abilities that all of the recruits have acquired over their time within recruit school, then comes certification. And so our staff comes down and certifies them to the National Pro Board standard, which is the Firefighter 1, Firefighter 2, which basically states that they've gained the knowledge, skills, and abilities to enter those dangerous environments under direct supervision, but at least initially. So that's the other part of our involvement. And to the Quincy FD training staff, they just do an exemplary job in training their recruits and providing those foundational skills. So I applaud them for their efficiency and safety in training all of the gentlemen that you see here today that are, I guess, ready to go to work Wednesday. Great day to go to work. You're in for a strong week. It's not like that every week, just so you know. Most of all, I just stay safe. Welcome to the best job in the world. I still believe that from the day I came on, and I've worked for departments that have run call volumes of 400 a year to 140,000 a year. And it is the best job in the world, no matter what. and come to the Mass Fire Academy. For those that may not know, the Massachusetts Firefighting Academy is very unique in the fact that we are funded through the state. And what that provides us is the ability to train all firefighters. All they have to do is sign up for class, whether that's fire officer, fire instructor, fire prevention, technical rescue. All they have to do is sign up, and they can receive that training for free. And we're very unique in the Commonwealth to have that ability to train the 14,000 firefighters across the state. So super grateful to be here. Thank you, and have fun this week, gentlemen.
Thank you, Director Littman. At this time, we're going to present diplomas and badges to the recruits. I would ask the mayor and Chief Jackson to come up. As we call each recruit up, if any family members want to take pictures, please feel free to come in the middle. Chief, if I could use to stand out front here, so we don't, and I'll have them come up to you.
Okay.
And then whoever's pinning on the badges can come up. Just stand back a little ways while we present the diploma, and then we'll hand you the badge to pin on. So I would like to ask firefighter Lincoln Humphrey to come forward. He is going to be pinned by his wife, Elizabeth. Pictures? Firefighter Timothy J. Barry Jr., pinned by his wife Miranda. Firefighter Jake DeFranco, pinned by his father, Barry DeFranco.
Congrats, buddy.
Firefighter Lorenzo Scarnici, being pinned by his friend Michael Bina from the Quincy Fire Department. Firefighter Andrew Brown, being pinned by his friend James Kerr from the Boston Fire Department. Firefighter Jonathan Melanson, being pinned by his wife, Savannah. sure she's in the picture. Say hi, Daddy. Firefighter Edward Walsh, being pinned by his wife, Kristen. And crew.
You want to take it? Give it to Noah.
You got it?
Just as everyone else is waiting. I think. And better than I can do. Good job. Love you.
Firefighter Liam Ball, being pinned by his girlfriend, Megan Golden. Firefighter Rance Gillespie, being pinned by his grandfather, Rance Gillespie. Firefighter John Lawler, being pinned by his father, Richard Lawler. And on John's badge, there's an inscription on the back for his grandfather, who was on the Boston Fire Department.
Congratulations.
Firefighter Jason Mitchell, being pinned by his girlfriend, Krista McDonald. Firefighter Kevin Yang, being pinned by his sons Lucas and Julian. Firefighter Matthew J., being pinned by his wife Stephanie. And
crew.
Firefighter Sean Keeley, being pinned by his mother, Stephanie. Firefighter Nicholas McGahee, being pinned by his father, Paul. Firefighter Joshua Rodriguez, being pinned by his partner Adriana Estevez and his son Roman. Thank you. Mayor, Chief, if you could have a seat. If I could get Chief Froyo and Deputy Chief Menard from the Malden Fire Department to come up. So we had two members of this class from the Malden Fire Department. We were very excited and happy to have them. They did great. At this time, I would ask firefighter Matthew Perry to come up. He's going to be pinned by his mom, Carrie. And firefighter Scott Shreenan, being pinned by his mother, Susan.
Things that Papa would be so proud. He would be so proud. And so I'm going to love him so much.
Thank you, Chief. A nice round of applause for all of our graduates today. At this time, I would ask firefighter Tim Barry to come forward, along with firefighter Jake John Lawler and Edward Walsh.
Morning. Thank you all for joining us on this very special day. My name is Tim Barry, and I had the honor of being the class president for the Quincy Fire Academy Recruit Class 2024. I want to thank the mayor, Chief Jackson, as well as the rest of the Quincy Fire Department command staff and members of the Quincy City Council. I'd also like to take a moment to thank our drill staff, as they spend many thankless hours and time away from home in order to train us. So if we could get a round of applause for the staff. 14 weeks ago, the 18 of us graduating today started on this journey as total strangers with diverse backgrounds, from military trades, other occupations in the public and private sector. As we started this journey, I was fortunate enough to borrow a book recommended by one of my classmates and graduates today, Eddie. The book, Report from Engine Company 82 by Dennis Smith, served as more than just a book but a parallel to our journey over the past few months together. For those who have never read Report from Engine Company 82, the story is about Dennis Smith, the author, who works in the South Bronx during what was later known as the war years, which is the late 60s and early 70s. This was the busiest engine in the world at the time. Through the economic issues and problems stemming from such as racial tensions and poverty, Dennis Smith relates to the reader how the public needs and relies on firefighters to do their job no matter what the circumstances are. He speaks to the camaraderie of the job and working as a team. I ask you to remember this book for the next few minutes. When I think about our time in the academy, I can't help but think about the importance of teamwork. Our instructors told us on day one and continued to repeat for the duration of the academy how being a firefighter was the ultimate team sport. Since the majority of the class had little to no prior firefighting experience, we had to learn how to get dressed in a new way and with many pieces of unfamiliar gear. Not to mention, speed was also of the utmost importance, since we would need to utilize this skill upon graduation in order to leave our respective stations as quickly as possible. Having your classmates around to fix your mistakes and help you out made everything that much easier. On top of this, our training required us to know how to tie knots, fasten knots to items for hauling, throw different ladders varying in lengths, individual, 2-man, 3-man. We had to learn every piece of our gear's nomenclature as well as how to operate the varying fire apparatus. A quick side note, I can't tell you how many times I explained pump operations to family and friends, and they compared the fire hose to your common garden hose. After I laughed and corrected them, I would also admit prior to this training, I thought the same thing. Well, let me tell you, it's not that easy. In fact, I wish it was. Getting back to our training, we had to read and learn about fire dynamics, hazardous materials, methods of putting out fires and ventilation, learn to drive the trucks, and participate in many different types of live fires and fire rescue situations, many of which will potentially be life-saving to a victim or a fellow firefighter. None of these things could have been accomplished without working as a team and working together to accomplish the common goal. Thinking back to Report from Engine Company 82, I won't spoil the ending for those who are interested in reading it, but the ending is somber. However, the takeaway here is, at the end of the day, the firemen working a tragic event have each other. They all share the same passion and desire to serve the public and one another. I saw that same esprit de corps in our instructors from Quincy, Malden, and other cities and towns of people who gave their time to share their knowledge and experience of the job and ways they taught us as recruits on how to do things better and safer, learning from their mistakes and the mistakes of others. I also saw the same desire from my classmates as they worked to help me and make me better, and I hope I did the same for them. As I conclude, I reference Report from Engine Company 82 for the final time. Dennis Smith wrote in the introduction, "They are regular human beings like you or your neighbor, but something separates them from the norm, something I hope you'll discover in the pages of this book. In the end, what is most admirable about firefighters is their reliability. When they are called, they come." After spending the past 14 weeks with those graduating before you today, I can assure you that when we're called, we'll come. Thank you very much.
Gentlemen, on behalf of Quincy Fire Academy Class 2024, we'd like to present this plaque in appreciation for the support that you, the mayor, the city council, chief, all the training staff have provided us over the last 14 weeks. We'd like to present this plaque to the Quincy Fire Department in appreciation for the support that everyone's provided over the past period. We hope that it can be hung in the classroom for future classes to see and appreciate. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you, gentlemen. At this time, I would ask firefighter Tom Bowes, president of Local 792, to come up and say a few words.
Good morning. Thanks, Captain. I'd like to acknowledge my other three chair officers that are here, Paul Moody, Matt Keenan, Mike Marshall. Thanks, it's a great team we have. If I could just start real quick, you can't be in two places at once. Concurrently right now, we had to split the honor guard up. We're burying a retired member, Brother Robert Goslin. If I could get a quick moment of silence for Brother Goslin. Thank you. I'd just like to begin and thank Captain Marks and the guys at the Academy. These guys gave up time on their trucks for the last 3 months to make sure these guys were properly trained. Other than that, you guys would have had to drive out to Stowe. So they saved your commute every morning for the last 3-4 months. So big round of applause for these guys, Cap. Thank you. And I know the mayor alluded to it. Chief O'Connell's in the audience. I started doing this union thing a long time ago. And me and Chief O'Connell, once in a while we butted heads, but at the same time we were always fighting the good fight to kind of end up here, Chief. Where are you? I see you out there somewhere. At the end of the day, this is where we wanted to be. We've come a long, long way. We made some changes politically over the years, Chief. And we ended up doing okay. So if it wasn't for old timers like Chief O'Connell, I see Mike Connors there. I know Deputy Iannello come in. He was my first deputy when I come on. Those are the guys that made this job what it is. And it's up to us to keep doing that and continue to make it better for the next generation of guys. That said, we couldn't do it without Mayor Koch. Mayor, thank you. This is the most guys. With this class, we're over 250 firefighters. It's the most firefighters Quincy's had since the 1970s. Thank you. And also, we couldn't do it without the City Council, and I know Senator Keenan's here in the Senate now. We appreciate everybody's support. Thank you very much. And I'll leave you guys with this. When I got on 25 years ago, I started in September, you know, the best advice I got was to go to work, keep your head down, keep your mouth shut, and keep your eyes and ears open, and listen to those older guys. There's not many senior guys left. It's a young job. But keep listening, keep your eyes and ears open. Listen to your officers, listen to your senior men, listen to your command staff, your deputies. They're all going to keep you safe. And just remember what the bottom of the plaque says. Don't be that guy, okay? Good luck, guys.
Thank you, Tommy. That concludes our ceremony this morning. Please enjoy your day. Thank you very much for coming out.